Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 8 of the Age of Engineering. Today, I've got plans for stuffing things. All kinds of good plans for stuffing things. I've mapped out a bunch of stuff that I want to do today. There's actually quite a lot of things I want to do today, so let's get started, jump right in. First off, I'm running back to my new base. Hooray, I have a base! We've got an industrial craft room. Fancy times. Got my induction furnace up and running, which I want to throw some glass into. Look how fast we can smelt. 2 items at a time, and it takes like under a second. It is the greatest thing ever. Loving the induction furnace. One downside of the induction furnace, of course, is that it has a small amount of power draw to keep the heat level up at all times. We're going to remedy that, though, today, because today's episode, I want to focus on passive power gen for both industrial craft and RF. So I'd like to try and get passive power gen for both mods going today. This is going to be my RF room. So I'm thinking like IC2 side of the house, RF side of the house. We'll see how that works out for us. And then I've got a storage room in here, which will probably get expanded at some point. We've got some basic like miscellaneous junk kind of drawers, miscellaneous junk blocks. That's mostly like plant-based stuff. Here's mostly gems that we don't have a ton of, so I didn't feel like making drawers of. And then you can see that we have drawers, right? Pretty nice drawer system. I looked at making a drawer controller, and I decided that I can't make a drawer controller yet. Because our drawer controller requires a basic circuit board, which you might think is not too bad. Only the recipe using calculator circuits is correct. Pay attention to that, because JEI is a little bit funky here. It shows the old recipe. That's not the correct recipe. This is the correct recipe. So wow, basic circuit boards require a lot of stuff. All kinds of different circuits. I don't really know what these circuits are all about. I kind of have an idea, but I'm not super sure. So all that said, oh wow, I'm like literally out of coal. So now's the time to do this passive power gen thing. I think I have enough stuff to make a decent amount of solar power. We're actually gonna need 3 more of you in extruding mode, please, Mr. Metal Former. Cool, I think. We're going to see, but I think I'm cool. So I should be able to make solar panels now. We're going to need some electronic circuits, which need some copper cables. So let's get as much of this as we can. If I math this out correct, I should have almost everything I need to do this. We're also going to need like a stack of redstone-ish. So these guys make 16 electronic circuits. And then we're going to need 8 basic machine casings. We're going to need 9 of you, 8 of you, and then hopefully I can make 8 of you, and that should be 8 generators. Batteries don't stack, which is a bummer. But we'll get her done to the best of our abilities. Nice. And then solar panels should be, boom, 8 solar panels. Nice. Which means that we can now make an LV solar panel, dude. So what I should need is to get my copper cables that we made. We're going to want 1 piece of iron. And we should be able to make... Did I just get 1 piece of iron? And you know what? I think I have another tin cable in here. Beautiful. You. Sweet! Now, tin cables, I want to say, have the lowest loss, right? So we're probably going to want to use a tin cable for this. Insulated tin cable, that is. So it's extruder mode because we're literally out of tin cables now because we just used a bunch. But if we look at cables, each IC2 cable has power loss, right? So insulated copper is a loss of 0.2. Insulated tin is also a loss of 0.2. So I guess it really doesn't matter. Gold is a loss of 0.4. So you lose more EU with gold than you do with copper or tin. So I guess it really doesn't matter which one I use here. This is a 0.8. This is your best 0.25, but that's expensive stuff. Energium dust, which requires ground up diamonds, which nope. Nope. Not grinding up diamonds to save a little bit of EU. Besides, we're going to lose such an insignificant amount in theory. Because basically all I'm going to do is put down as few cables as I can, aka 1. Boom. So you should be generating power now. Yay! I can then check to see that we have a net gain on power. Beautiful! So we are now generating more EU than we are passively using. What does that mean? It means that this is using, I think, 1 EU per tick to keep the induction furnace hot. This is using 1 EU per tick to make steel. These two things are now supplemented by the 8 EU per tick that we're getting from our solar panel. Because solars are 1 EU per tick each, so an LV solar generates 8 EU per tick, because there's 8 solars in it. An MV does 64, but no, not quite there yet, my friends. So that's exciting. We now have passive EU gen. It means that when I'm not smelting, macerating, extracting, or metal forming, we're generating more power than we're using. If I run any of these other machines, I'll probably start having a negative power gain, but that's okay because we'll build up a decent amount of power while we're waiting for that to occur. So like the next time I go to need this thing, we should have a decent amount of power stored in here. Like we've already generated a few thousand EU. So that's cool. So that's one of 2 things I wanted to work on today. The other thing I want to jump into now that we've got that running behind the scenes is I wouldn't mind having a dynamo here, a water wheel. So we could make a water wheel, which requires steel, not a big deal. We're going to want 3 of these, and we need a bunch of treated sticks and treated wood. Also not a big deal. We're also going to want a kinetic dynamo, which requires copper coil block, which requires an Inuri crystal. So we totally needed to get into actually additions before we could make this. Now for copper wires, we have a couple options. Regular sticks work. We can use shears or engineer's wire cutters on a copper plate to get my copper wire, or we could get a metal press going. I'm not sure if we're quite metal press ready yet, so let's hold off on that. So we're gonna make the shears, or yeah. So we're gonna probably want some LV wires anyway. So engineer's wire cutters is just 2 sticks and an iron ingot, so that's easy. I might even have some sticks. We have a handful of this. I'm gonna want to grab 3 of you, 1 of you. That should be cool. You. Paper first. You guys get me a book. You get me a lever. For those instances where I may have forgotten how to do things. Cool. So now we've got an engineer's manual. Sweet. Beautiful. That's what I wanted. Hammer. Cool. All right. Then we're going to want wire cutters, right? And that's cool. So FYI, I'm running my metal former now, and we have a net loss of power. I can still supplement power with coal, by the way, but I'm going to try and use less coal for powering my machines and use more passive power gen, now that I have access to a decent amount of resources to set that up. Cool. So in theory, I should now be able to do you and my engineer's wire cutters. Sweet. That's good stuff. And then I can do a stick with you guys. Nice. LV wire coils. Nice. So that's good. So we can get our dynamo up and running. We're going to need the Inuri crystal. So let's get you 2. And Inuri crystal looks like... I thought I had a button somewhere, but... Yay. That's cool. You guys might have hammered up 4 more. Perfect. Which means I can now do you, and that. Perfect. Double perfect. And you can be used for that, and then this can be made. Ta-da. Beautiful. That's what I want to see. Now I'm trying to remember which side of this we want to be facing the water wheels. I kind of forget that. I forget if it's this one. I kind of want to say it's not. Where's my engineer's hammer? I've got so many hammers. So many hammers. Let's put away this guy, because I don't think I really need him anymore. Was my engineer's hammer in there? Yeah, it totally was. Cool. We'll rotate him as needed, and we'll see how much power we're getting. But hopefully... Pretty sure that's what we're going to want to do. And then the power connection is going to come off the top there. And then we're going to want 1, 2, 3 water wheels here. So let's get those made. I might need to make more treated wood, but that's not a problem. So water wheel, segment, and water wheel needs 4 of these, so we're going to want 1 more water wheel segment, and a steel. Ultimately, I'm going to need 3 steel. And that's the first of 3 water wheels that I want to make. Just checking the weather. So U equal U. U. Not bad. So 32, let's start with that. So that's pretty close. Oh, out of wood. Nice. So that's the 8 more, and then there's your sets of 3. Perfect. So that works out pretty well. Let's go set these guys up. And this should equate now to some passive RF power gen. So we're going to do... Maybe you don't go there. Maybe I was wrong. It is the kinetic dynamo that I stick these on. Oh, you know what? I know why. I don't think we have enough floor space. There we go. Nice. What don't you like? I'm going to clear out 1 more line of dirt here. Back in a sec. There we go. 3rd one placed. Nice. So that should be pretty cool. Now we just need to get some water into these water wheels, and we should be good. So I'm going to build up... Got some glass. I might even have some more glass. I'd like to... More glass? More glass? More glass. Any glass anywhere? Did I use all my glass? Ah, there it is. Gray bordered glass. Cool. I'm going to try and enclose this in glass so you can kind of see the water flowing. I think that would look neat. Using power. But only a little bit. Nice. And I've got my chisel that I've been using. I like gray bordered glass. It just looks nice. Cool. Let's get this thing set up. Alright guys, I mostly built this up with cobblestone for now, just to get some testing done. I'm not the best when it comes to making these things as efficient as they can be, but I think I've mostly got it working. We're going to see. Can I make a voltmeter yet? So I think that's going to tell me, needs a copper ingot and a compass. We can totally do that. I think that will tell me if I'm doing this right or not. Compass. Voltmeter. Will you tell me how much RF we're generating here, please? I might need to have an LV connector here. LV relay? No. LV connector? Yes. Needs 2 Restonia crystal, 3 copper, and hardened clay times 2. I may not actually have enough copper. Cool. Why can't I read you directly? I was hoping that you could. You're saying 0 RF on you. Maybe you need to be hammered the other direction. Maybe I'm mistaken. Or you know what? Maybe it matters what side it's on. I think I've run into that before too, which is an annoying thing. We'll see if we can't get it working right. I might need an LV connector on there first. Let me go get some copper, and we'll be right back. There's copper in them Nar Hills. Let's throw some copper into my macerator. I'm going to augment my power a little bit with some coal. And, yeah, that should be cool. We're going to need 2 clay. So I think we have enough clay for that. And let's cook you up into hardened clay. Nice. Cook you up into copper. Nice. See? See how nice this is? Now, LV wire connector needs just 2 Restonia crystals. Cool. You can have the dirt, and you can take this stuff off my hands. So 2 Restonia crystals should just be this with that. Nice. Oh wow, you only get 2 of those per? Okay, good to know. No. You go on top. 256 RF. Neat. 256 out of 256. So you're not going to tell me how much you're generating? Oh, I hate you so much. Well, at least we know the power gen's working. What's involved in making a capacitor? You need copper electron tubes, which are thermionic fabricators. I don't think we can get to thermionic fabricators yet because sturdy casings open up. Yeah, so we're not there yet. This opens up age 4. So we're not at thermionic fabricator stage yet. So the other capacitor option here is the LV capacitor, which is required for the MV and the HV. So let's just make one. Copper, 2 copper, a lead, a Restonia crystal block. I think I can do that. Easy peasy. That shouldn't be a problem at all. That should be cool. We're going to want some lead, some iron. Lead is here. Yeah, we're hurting for resources. I need to lock those drawers too. Mental note. Remember, I got to do that. And then... Cool. Restonia crystal block. Nice. And you are ready for an LV capacitor? Beautiful. So then we just need you. And I made some more of these because I knew I was going to need them. So now I should be able to make these. You I probably want to move, Mr. Power Cube. You can chill there for a minute. And I'm going to just put my LV capacitor here for the time being. Blue on top means you can accept power. If I run this cable to here, you should be good. Nice, we're generating power. Will you tell me how much we're generating? Not really. You really don't want to do that, do you? I wish you would tell me what my generation is, because that would tell me how good a job I did with this water mill. Like in the 80s is where we want it to be. I'm just not getting a RF per tick number anywhere from here, which is a bummer. Well, okay then. Come back in a sec. Alright, cleared away the cobble here, just because I can. I know you can sneak a little bit more RF per tick out of the back of this thing, but I'm going to say this is pretty good. Like, this is close to as good as you're going to get. You can probably do a little bit better, but it's close enough for my tastes. So let's upgrade this dude to at least... Can we get an MV? That's going to require Electrum if we want an MV. So how hard would it be to get Electrum? Shouldn't be hard, because I should be able to get it out of the smeltery, right? Yeah, one of these should be castable. Yes, molten Electrum. Cool. So I can do that. Electrum, lead, iron, and another Restonia crystal block. So let's get one of you and one of you. So that should equal 2 Electrum, I think. We'll find out in a second. So 1, 2 electrum. Woot. And then lead, iron, another Restonia crystal block. All easy peasy stuff. So I want to get a top tier. I know I need another Restonia crystal block, because what I want to do, if I can, is get an HV, which is going to be another Restonia crystal block, and that all seems more than reasonable. Oh wait, MV needs, 2 LVs. Aha, okay. So we're going to need more copper. So let's just get some I have to clean up my inventory desperately. But I think we should be cool here. You are still macerating? Nice. We have plenty of power. That's cool. So let's get another LV capacitor. Let's turn you guys into MVs. Just lead. Didn't I grab lead? Oh, I grabbed nickel. That's why. You know what? Lead I didn't have a lot of, did I? I might have just not processed it yet. Yeah, that's all. Beautiful. I'm loving my setup now. I'm really happy with how everything's going. Especially how fast I can smelt. Being able to do that live on camera is really nice. So you need another one of you. Didn't I? Oh, right. Such a dire derp. And then just 3 more iron. I have to listen for the audible cue on that working. Cool, MV capacitor. Sweet. Now, I think I should be able to do an HV, but I'm going to need a bit more of redstone. So let's do this. Let's grab a bunch of each of you and get this crafted. So I'm going to need, like, if I'm not mistaken, 4 of you to get another close to what I need. Cool. So aside from that, is there anything else really tricky here? Nice, 2 more of those. And then I need another bit of electrum. So let's smelt that up. Good to go. And this will be a second MV for us, and then we just have to combine them into... Didn't I grab lead? That's right, I used most of it. We're gonna need a block of this stuff anyway. Isn't that beautiful? I love high-speed stuff. So recipe that dude, then we're gonna need a block of you. And usable, I need 2 aluminum and 3 steel. So I should have aluminum around here. That's nickel. Aluminum? Yeah. 3 steel. Nice, dudes. Check that out. That is cool. Now, what I might want to do is, what could be cool would be to throw this in the roof here, right? And then we could engineer's hammer this so that it's power out on the bottom and power in on the top. I'm going to need some more clay for this to actually work, because I'm going to need a connector on the roof, because I don't think I'll be able to run the connector directly. But let me go get some more clay, and we'll be right back. So I need 2 of you cooked up into a relay. And we should now have enough to get everything hooked up the way I want it. So we want a connector on the top. Where are my wires? Good. Let's get this guy running. So I'm going to want to run you. Hopefully I can get you up to here. Connection is obstructed. Come on, no it's not. It's really not, though. Stop it. Stop being obstructed. Can you guys connect? You can. It's not ideal, but it'll do. That should work. And what we should see now is power flowing into this dude. Look, it's working. Sweet. And if we grab our engineer's voltmeter, we'll see it can store 4 million RF, which is awesome. So power's coming into the roof. And we could even do solar panels if we wanted to at some point, which would be neat. But this runs all day, which is, you know, awesome. Way better than solar panels can be. I'm pleased with this progress today. Quite pleased, actually. We've got passive power gen for both RF and IC2 power, which is awesome. I think that's awesome. I'm just very happy with that. Getting those things out of the way is good, which means the next couple episodes we can work on using RF power. Because now that we have a passive power gen, this thing will just, you know, build up in the capacitor and we'll use it as needed. Much the same way that the solar panel does. This actually produces a decent amount, which is good. We might want to, you know, tap in at some point to get the coal generator going. And what I totally could do is just have this coal generator like in the wall. And if we made another set of you and we cooked you up and we got LV wire, 2 Restonia crystals, that's right. So check this out. Here to here. That is draining into here. Nice, right? And now we can send that coal power. So if we need to augment our system, we have a coal generator on the wall. That is cool. And we could have multiple coal generators. For now, I'll center him so that he looks a little bit better. But we could have like 3 coal generators, all with connectors out the back, as demonstrated. And then whenever we wanted to augment power, we just throw coal in there, they start cooking up, and we have more power gen going into this dude. How cool is that? I like it. All right, for now, wrapping up point. So Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We will come back next time. We will do some more fun, cool stuff. I think it's time to continue along the tech tree of Age of Engineering. I want to throw away some things that I don't necessarily need right now. I'm going to try and organize everything a little bit, at least until I get to the point where I have a better storage system. But I'm sure Applied Energistics is not something we're going to get access to all too soon. Let's also not forget that I said I wanted to lock my drawers. So let's get a key, if we may. So I need one of you. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased, like I said, with our progress today. So upgrade, key. Wish I had access to a drawer controller, but that's just going to have to wait until we get further along the tech tree line. But for now, at least, we locked all our drawers, so that when I take out a full stack, it doesn't remove the thing there. And if I wanted to, I could throw, like, concealment key, shows item labels, protect access from other players, show or hide quantity labels. So I don't have an ender pearl, so I can't totally do that. I could do that if I wanted to, but I don't need to, so I'm cool. I'll put these guys, well, these are actually really should go in miscellaneous junk for now. All right, so yeah, wrapping up point. I was wrapping up, wasn't I? Promise it's wrapping up point. So for now, Darryl20 signing off. I think I'm going to go mining a bit off camera. So we'll come back next time after I've done some mining and hopefully have some more resources. For now, take it easy.